students, I welcome you all to another session of the private class with the Millennium Teacher. This is the class that teaches the lessons of life based on facts. The class that inspires, motivates, and transforms an individual into a better person. Are you ready to learn? Then pay attention in class. Today we'll continue learning the facts about the classes of life as we started in our previous class. I've told you already that there are so many facts about the classes of life to which we belong, and so we'll continue learning them as we move along in this private class. Fact number 2. In the school of life, it is not the case that every student must start from a lower class first before proceeding to a higher class. But on the contrary, any student can start from any class depending on the chances available to him or her. What do I mean by this? I mean to say that it is not compulsory for any man to start life in poverty before making it in life. You can start life from any level. You can start life as a wealthy person, or as a rich person, or as a poor person, depending on the chances available to you. So you don't necessarily have to start from a lower class first before proceeding to a higher class. That happens only in the school of academia, where students are expected to start from lower classes, let's say from primary, before going to secondary and going to tertiary. That is how the system is. But in the school of life, you can start from anywhere depending on the chances available to you. There are so many people, before they started life, they had everything going on for them. They had mansions, beautiful mansions waiting for them to occupy. They had bank accounts flowing with money waiting for them to possess. They had businesses, big investments waiting for them to manage. Now tell me, with all those chances available for them, is there any reason for them to start in a lower class? By no means, except if they choose to do so. The chances available to you determine where you will start in life. The reason why many of us started life in poverty, or many of us started life in lower classes, is because of the chances that were available to us. Those that came before us created little or no chances, so we had no option but to start from lower classes. Consider this. I'm not the first person in my lineage, neither am I the second. In short, I don't even know the number in which I am in my lineage. A lot of people have been here before me. My father was here before me, and before him a lot of people have come and gone. The question is, what were they doing? Had they created good enough chances, there will have been no reason for me to start life from the lower class I started. It is the same thing for every man. If those who came before us had created good enough chances, many of us would not have started life in poverty. So I put it to you this way, that if you create good enough chances right now, then those coming after you will not have to go through what you have been through. They will not have to suffer the same way you have suffered if you create good enough chances for them. Now this takes us to fact number 3. If you find yourself in a lower class, it is not your fault and there is nothing wrong with it. But if you remain in that class, it is your fault and everything is wrong with it. It is a problem not only for you, but also for those coming after you. It is not your fault that you started in poverty. It is the fault of those who came before you. Those that were here before you are to be blamed for you to start life in poverty. They are supposed to be blamed. But if you remain in that poor situation, it is your fault. You are supposed to be blamed. Life is a lesson. We are not supposed to remain in the same class where we started. We are supposed to promote to another class. We are supposed to progress. We are supposed to grow from one level to another in life. That is why you came into this world as a baby. But as time went on, you started growing bit by bit, until you grew into maturity. So God did not create us to remain the same. We are supposed to progress. We are supposed to grow from one level to another, to higher and higher and higher heights. But if you remain in that situation where you started, you are a failure. You are a failure in the school of life, a perpetual failure. Life is a lesson. If you remain in that class where you started, you are a perpetual failure. That is why some families encounter problem upon problem. Because the chances are not available. Those that came in the first place, you are not able to create the chances. And those who took over them did not create the good enough chances. So problem increased upon problem. Even the countries where we live, it's because of the fact that those who came before us failed to create good enough chances. That is why our country, Sierra Leone, could you imagine? We gained independence in 1961. But from that time till now, we have remained a third world country. Could you imagine? Up till now, when they rank the countries in the world, Sierra Leone, we are still a third world country. Why? Because those who came before us failed to create good enough chances. They failed to increase the level of our country. They failed to do something that will progress our country. With all the minerals we have, could you imagine we are in the third world country? There are countries whom we are in the third class with, but they are better than us. They are far ahead of us. Because we have remained the same, that is why our problems keep increasing. So it is high time we took up responsibilities, we who are here now. Let us take it upon ourselves to do something, not anything bad, but something good that will change our levels. Something good that will change your level in life. Something good that will change the level of your family. Something good that will change the level of your nation. We have to do something. It is our responsibility. It is not our fault that we started in a lower class, but it is our fault if we remain in that lower class. Some people live just to earn their daily bread and, if possible, pay some of their bills. You don't live life like that. Life continues to bring problems for us, and so if you live only to earn your daily bread, problems will come your way which you will not be able to solve. So you have to do something to increase your level. Don't remain the same person. Don't remain in the same class, in the same level where you started. Do something good and your life will change. Your level of life will change. The level of your family will change. The level of your country will change if you take the responsibility to do something today. Create the chances now that you are here, so that those who are coming after you will not have to go through what you went through. So this takes us to the end of the class for today. I hope you have learned something. Like I told you, there are so many things we'll continue to learn in this class. By the grace of God, we will continue next week. Till we meet again, I have been your teacher, Solomon Joseph Ekura. Class dismissed.